Japan is on the top of the boundaries of four tectonic plates. Pacific Plate subducts beneath Okhotsk Plate and Philippine Sea Plate at the rate of 8.3 centimeters per year. Philippine Sea Plate subducts beneath Eurasian Plate at the rate of 4.5 centimeters per year. The complicated force caused by the movement of four tectonic plates resulted in numerous fault lines. The Median Tectonic Line is one of the biggest fault lines in the world, and the south side of the fault line moves toward west at the rate of 0.5 centimeters per year. When an earthquake occurs, the area where the fault plane breaks and shifts is called the seismic source zone. Especially near the plate boundaries, the area which moves at high speed during an earthquake, generating seismic waves, is called the strong earthquake fault zone. In the Nankai Trough Earthquake, the strong earthquake fault zone is shown by the circle of grey bold line in this figure. It includes the large area of the south side of the Median Tectonic Line. In the Tohoku earthquake in 2011, the seismic source was 160 kilometers away from the coast, but in the Nankai Trough Earthquake, it might be directly underneath the cities and nuclear power plants in the zone. The Ikata nuclear power plant is built on the top of the Median Tectonic Line, which is one of the biggest fault lines in the world. Hamaoka nuclear power plant is built on the top of the three tectonic plates boundaries. Both plants are located within the strong earthquake fault zone of the Nankai Trough Earthquake. However, in Ikata, one reactor is still running. The earthquake-resistant limit of the nuclear power plants is only 1,000 gals. Two plants store over 1,900 tons of spent nuclear fuel in the cooling pools. If a major quake cuts power and cooling systems fail, meltdown can begin within just a few days. The Iwate Miyagi inland earthquake in 2008 was a small-sized earthquake with a magnitude of 6.9, but because its epicenter was inland, it recorded a magnitude of 4,022 gals. In 2011 Tohoku earthquake, a magnitude of 2,933 gals was recorded. In 2024 Noto Peninsula earthquake, a magnitude of 2,828 gals was recorded. It is impossible to imagine the extent to which the Nankai Trough earthquake would cause catastrophic destruction and shifting of the crust along the Median Tectonic Line. Even if the shaking directly above the Median Tectonic Line were only 3,000 gals, the probability that the operating nuclear reactor would survive is virtually zero. If nuclear fuel in an operating reactor were to go outside, workers would have no choice but to flee. It would lead to the meltdown of the spent nuclear fuel in the cooling pools and the further chain reaction that the Shimane nuclear power plant, the four nuclear power plants in Wakasa Bay, and the 400 kilograms of plutonium at Monju would also become uncontrollable. Clouds containing large amounts of radiation will form one after another, covering the Earth and bringing about the extinction of humanity. Now is the time to change this nightmare scenario. We need emptying those nuclear plants. 1. Shut down the operating reactor at Ikata and move its fuel to safer cooling pool away from Ikata using transportation casks. 2. Transfer all spent fuel at both Ikata and Hamaoka to safer cooling pools away from the coast. 3. Temporarily shut down the 11 reactors currently operating in southern Japan. This is all that is needed to avert the extinction of humanity.